You're about to fight Anthony Joshua on DAZN very soon. I saw Anthony yesterday. He said, my job when I fight someone is to break their spirit and take their soul. Is it possible to do that to you after the life you've lived and the journey you've been on?
You know, I will never say, they say never. Nothing is impossible, right? We don't know the strength of Anthony Joshua, but even though I don't believe he has that strength, but we're going to find out in 2 months. We're going to find out. And I think the reverse is going to happen. I'm going to be the one taking his soul.
So take us to the age of 22 then, Francis, when you made the decision to take the leap and actually start to do something different, take a different pathway.
I mean, at age 22, that's when I left the village to go do boxing, you know, because I was like, okay, it's been a dream for so long time. And then if you don't do something to make a dream a reality, you rather go back to sleep and keep dreaming, because he will remain a dream. And that's, I had to take action. And then the reason why I did that, I feel that he was a moment. I felt that he was a moment. I couldn't do anything. Even like the job that I was doing, I wasn't motivated to do. I'm like, man, come on. Until when? Which kind of life is this? Was I born to just survive? Would I, at some point in my life, like find the excitement of living, like, or by doing something or by trying to do something? And for like a year, I wasn't even doing anything. I was the best worker in the village, but I wasn't really into it. In my mind, something was going on. So at some point, I just left.
So do you think it was the power of that vision that you'd had? It created what's often referred to as cognitive dissonance. It was uncomfortable to stay where you were because you knew you had this really powerful dream of where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I have the dream, and I also have I also need something to happen in my life. I'm also exhausted of this life that nothing is happening. I'm working day after day and still not have any security, and still can't provide any security. I'm a man already, supposed to be a man, and not only take care of myself, but be able to take care of others. But I still don't have that security. And then I look around, I see people that are 50, 60, and they're in the same place like I am. And they were in the same place when they were 20. I realized 30 years happened. 30 years ago, they were in the same place, but nothing have changed in their life.
So you resolved to leave Cameroon in the end?
I first resolved to leave the village, and I was 22, moved to the city, and that's when I started boxing. And I understand real quick that it can work there, but at least I keep training, because whether it's in Cameroon or wherever, to become an athlete, you need to practice. So I was practicing. You need to have a skill to develop your skill. So I was practicing, but I knew that nothing are going to happen in Cameroon.
And what was it about boxing that attracted you as a means of escape?
I always love it. As long as I can remember, I always love everything combat related. Movies, fighting, everything. That was my thing. Boxing, because I look around at age 13. I look around. I mean, they kicked me out of the school someday, and I was out. And I think that was the day that I was pissed, you know, like, okay, I've been trying to make this work. Why it doesn't work, right? I've been working in the sand quarry, sand mine for years now. Every free time that I have, I'm in the sand mine trying to work to get something. But yes, I'm still getting embarrassed like this, like I was nothing. And then, you know, I was in the school and kids will give you that look like, yeah, whatever, like, we know, right? I was so embarrassed. But that day I went out and I was so pissed. I have a tears in my eye, think about it. And I even think about those looks. And now I'm like, yeah, but they are not better than me. They look at me like they are better than me. They are not, and then I started trying to convince myself that no, I'm not what they are viewing me as. And I'm like, I realized that I'm even better than them, man. The least that I have, I know the value of it. I earned it. They are just lucky to have parents that can provide. So at the end of the day, I know the effort that I put to have the minimum that I have, even though it's not enough. And I'm going to prove them. And I was making this vow to me, like with all from my guts, like this is gonna happen. Like I'm gonna prove them. They can't keep looking at me like that, When you're down for so long, coming back to a normal level wasn't enough, Just doing like a normal kid wasn't enough. They already have a picture of you. I needed to do something that's gonna put me in the scare that they all have to look at me. Like I need to step above average so they can look at me. And that's the day that above between everything, my passion with combat, with fighting, then I realized the thing that would do that for me was boxing. Boxing is the thing that I'm gonna do my passion without having a bad reputation as my dad, who was fighting. I realized boxing is the thing that combines everything that I want. I will fight, I will do good, and then all those kids will realize I'm not worthless. That's the moment that I chose that I'm gonna be a boxer. And I was 13. So 9 years after was my first time to see a boxing gym.
Wow.
Yeah. Moving forward 9 years after that. But the dream kept living in me and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like by the time that I went to find a boxing gym, I feel like if I didn't find a boxing gym at that time, I would have passed away. Like I needed it. Nothing else. There was nothing else that I want in life except that. And then I was looking to do that.